Welcome to podcast episode number 172, 5 jacket styles all women can wear this spring. Spring style is here and jackets are hotter than ever. But knowing what styles are in and what's right for your body type can be confusing. Well, the good news is that a few of the hottest looks this season also happen to be the most wearable. Your third piece never looked so good. But first, is your style in need of a jumpstart? Then I have just the thing for you. Find Your Signature Style is my flagship course, and it is a culmination of everything I have been teaching my clients for 14 years. This course gives you exactly what you need to build the foundation for your style, to build your wardrobe, to learn how to love shopping, and to fall in love with your style. Whether you feel like you don't have a style, you've lost your style, or your style just needs a little bit of a jump start, this is exactly the course for you. Designed to give you all the elements you need in 3 simple steps. We make finding your style as easy as 1, 2, 3. Click the link in the show notes or go to findyoursignaturesstyle.com and get ready to rock your style today. Welcome to Style by Mary Michelle, a podcast designed to empower you through personal style. I'm your host, Mary Michelle Nidifer, a master style coach, founder of Style Finder Boutique, and creator of the Style Finder ID system. I'm here to help you know what to wear, how to wear it, and how to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. Let's go. Hello, gorgeous, and welcome back. Now, I am so excited because as you listen to this, I am getting ready to head to Paris. Fingers crossed. At the time of this recording, I am still not sure about the trash situation in Paris. So I am watching daily, and I hope that as you listen to this, I am preparing to go to Paris. I'm scheduled to leave tomorrow, and TBD though, if you still see me on Instagram and I'm in Raleigh or I'm somewhere else, then you know what happened. But things are a little crazy, and it makes me sad what's going on in Paris. Whether I'm going or not, whether I'm visiting, it just makes me sad that it's gotten to the state that it has. So if you have not been following the trash strikes in Paris, the bin men have decided to strike. And they have refused to pick up trash for several weeks. And it has stacked up. And there is quite a bit of trash around Paris. So not necessarily desirable conditions when you want to go and travel. But today we're talking about jackets. Jackets, ladies, are one of my signature items. I love a good jacket. And jackets to me are the third layer. They're the icing on the cake, the polish. They're I say accessories are the icing on the cake, but I think jackets are too, because a lot of women don't even think about jackets. And they just think, well, I'm going to wear a top and pants or a top and a skirt or a dress. But I tell you what, it's when you can put a jacket on that you really can change the look of an outfit, or you bring in some personality, some color, some style. Maybe you add waistline definition, or you just elevate it. You kick it up a notch. I think jackets just punctuate a look. And certainly some of the jackets that we're talking about tonight have a definitive personality to them. And you can put them with something as simple as jeans and a tee and completely transform it. And so I think the power of the jacket in a lot of ways is underrated. I love jackets. And it's funny because when we opened Style Finder Boutique, I remember working with our retail coach, and he commented one day, he's like, we were arguing about my jacket budget. And I said, no, I need more money for jackets. And he's like, why do you need to buy so many jackets? I said, well, personally, I love jackets. And because of that, I wear jackets. And because of that, I sell jackets. And that's just how I put things together. And certainly if somebody's not a jacket person, I'm not going to force one on them. But I think what happens is a lot of people realize how to wear a jacket. And I remember meeting with my coach after that, and he's like, girl, you do sell a lot of jackets. We're going to give you a big jacket budget. So if you could see all the jackets that we have at the boutique right now, you would love it. We are having so much fun with jackets. And jackets are just, they're just fun. Jackets to me bring the personality, but I will not keep singing the praises of jackets. I will get to it so you guys can know what jacket styles to wear this spring. Because a lot of people might think, well, the warmer weather's coming, we're not going to wear jackets, right? Wrong. I think that jackets are year round, and certainly not all jackets are year round, but certainly, I mean, I wear jackets year round. But if you think about it, in the spring and the summer, especially in the spring, if you're inside, then yeah, I'm going to a meeting or a conference, or I'm speaking or doing something, I always wear a jacket. Going out to dinner, I'm wearing a jacket. It might be as simple as number one, which is moto jackets. Ladies, do you know how excited I was when I heard that moto jackets are so hot for spring? Oh my gosh. If you have not followed us on Instagram, or if you've never seen my pictures, then you have no idea. But we love moto jackets, and particularly our liquid leather moto jackets, because if you think about it, I used to have this moto jacket when I was in college. I remember an old boyfriend, John McClain, gave me this black moto jacket, biker jacket, basically. And it was all leather, and it was this big, heavy thing. And I mean, that thing probably weighed 20 pounds or more. And I put it on, and I felt like I couldn't move, and it looked badass, but it just wasn't really functional. And when I put it on, I just, it was warm. It was really, really warm, but it wasn't really that functional for everyday use. And so when I discovered our liquid leather jackets that we started selling when we opened the boutique in 2015, I was like, I have found my jacket. And I tell you what, I have been collecting those jackets since 2015, and I don't even know how many. Probably more than a dozen, but I have gotten rid of some of them. I've sold some on Poshmark, or, sold some to clients over the years, or given them to friends, or, done something with them. But, there's certain colors I'm like, that's just not my color. I love it. It's not what I wear. Time to make some room. And so moto jackets, though, are one style of jacket. You might be saying, well, I can't wear a moto jacket. Girl, yes, you can. If you've watched any of our feed at Shop Style Finder, you've seen us style clients who have a large bust, a small bust, they're a pear, they're an apple, they're an hourglass, whatever. Somehow these jackets work for everybody. And it's so amazing to me. In fact, I had a client in the boutique the other day, and she came in. I've started working with some private clients. We're actually closed on Saturdays. So if you ever come to visit Style Finder Boutique, we are closed on Saturdays, except by appointment. And so I've started working with some of my private clients on Saturdays because, during the week, we're doing our live shows. It gets a little crazy in there, and it can be really challenging to bring a client in there and to be able to have a meaningful conversation. And so on Saturdays, we have the place to ourselves. And so I had a client come in, and she'd seen liquid leather jackets on some of our other clients, and she'd never tried one on, and she put it on, and she was like, oh my gosh, I love it. It feels so good. I need a couple of these. And so it's one of those pieces that it brings out your inner badass. And so even if you think you might not have any in there, I bet there's a little bit in there. I have seen women of all ages. Do not ever tell me you're too old to wear a moto jacket, because, girl, I have seen women up to 80s and even in their 90s wearing moto jackets. So you are never, ever too old. Actually, what I would encourage you to do, if you want to see the ones that we carry, you can go to Shop Style Finder. We have several different styles. We've gotten some beautiful pastel metallics in this spring in a sort of an iridescent pink. We've got a beautiful blue. We've got a silver. We've got a gold. And then we have our regular classic liquid leather jackets that come in ivory and taupe and olive and magenta and light pink and copper and all these amazing colors. And so when you see all these beautiful colors and you feel the fabric and you put it on and you realize how good it feels, it's like, oh my gosh, I need this. This is like a confidence builder. It gives you instant confidence. It can make you feel good. But anyway, I could sing the praises of moto jackets or liquid leather jackets all day long. I will stop right there. But I do encourage you, if you're curious, then go to our website, shopstylefinder.com, and you'll see pictures of what we carry. And if you feel inclined to try one for yourself, do it. And then come and let me know what you think. Because I think what I found is that once women try one, they don't want to stop. They want one or two or three or more. And I have some clients who have a dozen, and that's okay. As long as you wear them, as long as you love them, perfect. All right, number 2, the blazer. Now, blazers, have they ever really gone anywhere? No, but we are seeing blazers. We're seeing a lot of oversized and relaxed blazers this season. And some of the blazers that we've carried in the boutique, they're a little bit more relaxed. They've got some give to them, and they're a little easier to wear. They're not stiff. They're not boxy. They're not restrictive. And so think about a blazer. We're also seeing a lot of oversized blazers, like boyfriend blazers. I actually just found a beautiful, it's like a white tuxedo blazer. It's a little bit longer than what I would normally wear, but I like that longer length. I can pull that length off. It's not for everybody, but it works for me. And I need to go pick it up from the dry cleaners because I did find, I think I've talked about this on another podcast, but I did find it and I had a little bit of a spot on it. So I'm, fingers crossed that it came out and it's going to be just perfect because I really want to take that to Paris. And it's ivory, which is the color I don't know why, but I'm hitting ivory hard this season. I'm going all in on ivory. I'm wearing a lot of ivory. I'm wearing a lot of white, which is a little bit brave. I was talking to somebody the other day and she said she was afraid to wear white jeans because she was afraid they would not stay clean. And so I love coffee. I love red wine. So I'm going to have to be really careful, especially in Paris, because, I'm going to be drinking coffee and drinking red wine and having some fun. But feel free to experiment with blazers. If you've got blazers at the back of your closet, bring them out. Mix them, pair them in new and different ways. Maybe you wear them with a t-shirt or you put them with a fun, bold color. Plaids are really hot this season. Maybe if you have a plaid blazer, you pull that out and you create an unexpected combination. Put a great flower pin on it because that is one way to liven it up. And if you've seen my flower pins, I actually did a whole video on Instagram of how I made my own flower pins because the big flower pins that Carrie Bradshaw wore in Sex and the City, those are hot this season. So if you want to see how I make mine, go to my Instagram feed. That's Style by Mary Michelle. All right, number 3, the bomber jacket. Now, bomber jackets are coming out in so many different iterations. Bomber jackets, a lot of us think about the, great brown leather with the knit trim, which are fabulous. However, what if you had a bomber jacket in a mauve cotton twill? What if you had a bomber jacket in a lightweight, knit fabric? What if you had a bomber jacket in a beautiful print? We're seeing bomber jackets in a lot of different ways and a lot of different interpretations. You can get a bomber jacket that's a little bit cropped. You can get a bomber jacket that's a little bit longer, but there are bomber jackets out there really for all body types. And I think bomber jackets, one of the big hallmarks is there's no collar. Typically, there's no collar, and they're just very simple to wear. So think about, are bomber jackets right for you? That could be a fun twist on your layer. And I know we had one at Style Finder. I don't know if we have any left, but it was sort of a mauve, just woven fabric, and it was a little bit cropped, super cute, looked great with a dress, looked great with a t-shirt and jeans. But that's a fun, unexpected way to put a feminine spin on something that's been formerly very masculine. All right, number 4, again, a classic, but a denim jacket. Denim is hot this season, but when does it ever go away? It doesn't. However, what we're seeing this season, we're seeing a lot of Canadian tuxedos. And if you don't know what those are, Canadian tuxedos are when you mix a denim jacket with jeans. And you can match them, you can mix them, but however you do it, that's what's called a Canadian tuxedo. But we're seeing denim jackets in a lot of different iterations. And one way I love to see denim jackets is with appliques, is with embroidery, is embellished. And if you think about some of the trends we've talked about, we've talked about floral trends, we've talked about floral appliques, floral embellishments. Think about floral embellishments on a denim jacket. That is a wonderful way to bring in your florals, to have a great denim jacket that's not just the same old, same old. Now, there's nothing wrong with a great classic denim jacket, but sometimes you just want something different, right? And so think about wearing florals, or think about bringing in a denim jacket that maybe it's got some trim on it, or it's a different color. It's a bold color. One thing that we see a lot of this time of year are usually light and bright denim jackets. Maybe you get a white denim jacket. I remember back in the 80s, I had a white denim jacket and I absolutely adored it. In fact, I still have it somewhere in the back of my closet. I do not wear it because that thing is so discolored. But I look at it now and it's so boxy and stiff. It's hard for me to believe that I did wear that. And so one thing I'm loving about the denim jackets that we're seeing at Style Finder are they have stretch, they have shape. They're really cut for a woman's body. They're not just the stiff, boxy pieces we've seen in years past. But they are pieces that really are cut for a woman's silhouette, and they have that stretch, so they've got the feel-good factor. It's not just stiff and boxy. You put it on and you actually can move in it, kind of like our liquid leather jackets. You can move in it. It feels good. You love it, and it's comfortable. Which isn't that what it's all about these days? I think so. All right. And number 5, trench coats. Again, a classic. I think a lot of these are classics, but these are the hottest jackets that we're seeing this season. And trench coats really are coming out of the woodwork. I bought a trench coat last time I went to Paris back in September, and I got one in black. And I only wore it when I was in Paris, and I haven't worn it since. But it is going back to Paris with me because I think with their weather, especially in spring, it might be a little bit rainy. I'm going to want to layer. It's the perfect jacket. And so I definitely plan on wearing that in Paris. And then when I get back, I plan on wearing that some more here. But I love a good trench coat. Trench coats are something that, sure, you can get the classic, camel or khaki, or try a plaid. But why not try a bold color? I actually used to have a beautiful Kelly green trench coat, and I got rid of it maybe about a year or so ago. Of course, it would be hot right now. But what if you found a navy trench coat, or a gray trench coat, or an ivory trench coat, or pink? What about a hot pink trench coat? That would be hot right now. And so why not bring in one of these classic silhouettes in one of the season's best colors? With the moto jacket, how about a hot pink moto jacket, or an olive green, or a blazer in an unexpected color? All of these, of course, could be worn in basic black, basic white, basic brown, but why not infuse it with print, with pattern, with color? And so just know that any of these shapes and silhouettes that are on trend this season, you could absolutely buy a classic, buy a neutral, or you could buy an unexpected color that's one of the season's best. But here's what I would say about that, especially if you're going to invest. Let's say you do want to buy one that's magenta. Only buy it if you know you're going to wear it for a long time. If you know that after this season, you would still rock a magenta trench coat, go for it. That's what I encourage you to do, because I don't really encourage one and dones. I want you to pay attention to what's hot this season, but I don't want it to be disposable, right? I want you to be able to pull it out next year and still feel good about it. So think about what you're going to wear beyond this season. All right, let's go back through those 5 jacket styles that all women can wear this spring. Number 1, a moto jacket. I guarantee you, give it a shot. You will love it. Number 2, a blazer. Number 3, a bomber jacket. Number 4, a denim jacket. Look for longer lengths if you want to go for something different, longer or cropped or embroidered. Try something out of the norm when it comes to a denim jacket. And then number 5, a trench coat. Trench coats never go anywhere. They never go away. But right now they're hot. And what that means is that you're going to be seeing a lot more of them, and you're going to have a lot more options. So I hope you've loved this episode, and I hope you'll come follow me over on Instagram. Hopefully I am going to be in Paris, and I want you to come with me behind the scenes. Keep up with my Instagram stories. So come follow me at Style by Mary Michelle on Instagram. And I will see you on the next episode. Have a beautiful day. Mwah. Thanks for tuning in to Style by Mary Michelle, where women come to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. If you enjoyed this podcast, I invite you to leave me a 5-star review on iTunes or wherever you're listening. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Style by Mary Michelle and shop our boutique at shopstylefinder.com for the best in upscale casual apparel. Better yet, if you're in the Raleigh area, come see us. We're located in the North Hills Shopping Center, the premier shopping district in Midtown Raleigh. For details and links mentioned in this episode, be sure to see the show notes. Have a beautiful week.